Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Code with AJ. In today's video, we'll be talking about the vocabulary of coding, so let's get right into it. Let's talk code. So in today's video, we will be covering the topics of variables, functions, algorithms, syntax, libraries, Boolean expressions, and binary numbers. Variables are used to store a number or word or any other information that can be used throughout a program for an easier access. First is the type of variable used, such as local, global, and more. Local meaning that the variable is only accessed for a specific function, whereas global can be used throughout the whole program. The second is the name, as seen in this image, myReal and mychar. Whatever it stands for should be significant to the program so it's easier to understand and use. And the final step is to store the data or value within it. It's sort of like how in math you try to find the value of x. So x is the variable name, and what it equals or what it represents is the value. As seen here, the data is stored within the variable. Functions. Functions store commands or inputs that leads to an output. For example, a car with no gas. So the input would be filling up the gas, and the result or output would be the movement of the car. Functions are used because of its ability to not run not just once, but multiple times if needed. It can be shared as well as adjusted and broken down into smaller bits. Algorithms meaning the problem solver. Like in math, algorithms are the set of rules that leads to an output based on its inputs. For instance, this math problem. With the use of PEMDAS and subtraction, you can solve for the answer, which in this case, x equals 2. It basically describes how to do something to result to the output. So there's syntax in literature, but coding also has languages too, which is why syntax is used in coding as well. It's basically the grammar of coding, and by that I mean it literally uses words like for, else, and more that you see in regular books. Why is syntax so important? Well, it makes it much easier to read, it gives more clarity, and its consistency makes it much less time-consuming. Rather than wondering and questioning what this code section means, it allows programmers to focus more on the design and program improvements rather than wasting time on what a specific section is trying to do. Basically, it makes the code self-explanatory. Libraries are pre-written code that helps programmers when needing to use arrays, effects, images, data sets, animation, etc. The list goes on. Its main purpose is its reusability, decrease in time consumption, and its organization. These images display how libraries appear and are stored, making it clear and understandable for what purpose they serve. Boolean expression and binary numbers. Boolean expressions are these symbols as shown that help with resulting to either true or false. It can execute specific sections of code based on the inputs. It can repeat its execution as a loop, and it's also used in almost every language. So it's really useful to know the operators and what they mean. Otherwise it'd be pretty hard. Binary numbers are used to store a bunch of information. I mean, you've probably seen these numbers in movies or shows that have some sort of a hacker breaking into a system or whatnot. Why people use binary is because you can send, receive, and store information like I said earlier. Well, here's a quick demonstration of how to find the number of a binary. First, you're going to read it from right to left. The base of each character is 2. With the exponent increasing by 1 going to the left, as you can see in the image. So to find the number, the zeros don't count, as you can see at the bottom, they don't count, and you only count the ones. By that I mean you calculate the base of 2 to the power of it. So 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power of 6, and 7. And then you add all the numbers at the bottom, and that's the number that the binary represents, which in this case is 202. The first computer capable of performing a ternary was crafted in 1840 by the Soviet Union. A ternary has 3 sections while binary has 2, as you can see. 0, 1, and yeah. We don't use ternary as much because today's computers operate in a logic system that's different from ternary. Therefore, it'd be pretty hard to turn back and make all the computers work on a ternary instead. That's going to be it for today's video. These are all crucial things to know before you get yourself into coding and programming. Here's a quick little recap. We talked about variables, functions, algorithms, syntax, libraries, Boolean expressions, and binary numbers. Hope you all enjoyed, and stay tuned for my next video. Have a great day!